When you need, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Yeah, sometimes you just need the opinion of people who aren't emotionally invested in your situation. And so you send us a note and we'll toss it out to our listeners and see what we can do for you. And yep, I know Victoria is not your name, but good morning.
Morning.
Okay, so hey, thanks so much for allowing us to contact you on this. Will you go ahead and walk us through what you wrote us?
Yeah. So basically, I'm getting married in just a few months.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Everything has been going, just going wonderfully. It's been amazing, except there's been a little snag in the whole, proceedings of getting the wedding dress.
Okay, explain.
So I found the perfect dress 6 months ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my fiance's mother found the perfect dress for me as well, which is the old one that she got married in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nice. But I politely told her that I appreciated the possible heirloom, but had found, my own dress.
Okay,
and
yeah, understandable.
Yeah. And I figured that was it, right? I have my preference, and that was that. And, I just assumed she would give it to one of her daughters one day or something.
Right.
Well, apparently that was not the end of it. So she was just, so hurt over my choice that she told my fiancé that she wanted nothing to do with the wedding and hasn't helped on anything since.
Oh, no. Wow.
And now, fast forward, she has been calling me every single day, like 30 to 50 times a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Just begging me to wear the dress to end the feud or whatever.
Oh, so she's taking personal offense to this.
Yeah.
And, oh, wow.
Yeah, and then she's harassing me, and she says she won't stop until I agree. And I'm just I'm on my wit's end. I don't know. My fiancé is not doing anything about anything. He just says that I should just wear the dress for the ceremony and then change into my own dress for pictures at the end.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I can understand why you're how do I approach this?
Yeah.
The good news is we have very smart listeners. And we have very smart listeners, and so I can understand, Victoria, why you reached out. First of all, congratulations. It's on your upcoming wedding. And before we dive into all the comments that we're getting and the text messages that we're getting, it's your and your fiance's day,
Right.
And that is what I would kind of just impart on you and leave you with is it is ultimately your day and your fiance's day, and it's a day of you guys coming together and starting a new life together. So I think ultimately the decision's yours, but I think you're asking us, how do I get everyone on board with my decision, right?
Right.
Exactly. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Thank you, and we'll try to help you out here.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
That's the biggest thing. You don't want this whole thing to overshadow and ruin the day, because ultimately it's about her and her fiance and them starting a marriage to each other together. Brianna said that's her choice. Have him deal with her. Stick with your decision. This will never end with her, and learn to set boundaries now.
Yeah, that's tough though when it's your future mother-in-law and she's going to be, seemingly a part of your life for a while.
Yeah, but a lot of people are starting to really early point out the whole boundary issue, and that this is an indication that mother-in-law is going to try to insert herself into your life and your choices in your marriage a lot. If she's this persistent and insistent about this issue. All
right, let me toss the phone number out real quick. 502-571-9970. You can call or text. This is Group Therapy. A lot of people have some opinions on group therapy. And if you missed it, Victoria had called us, and basically her issue is her future mother-in-law wanting her to wear her old wedding dress for the upcoming wedding. The thing is, Victoria already found her dream dress, doesn't want to. But that's
and
huge problem.
Mom is like, future mother-in-law is insisting, like calling her every day, is refusing to be a part of the wedding if this doesn't happen. And man, people have opinions. I mean, a lot of people were talking about setting boundaries now.
Right?
Exactly. But then Myram is like, I think the girl should probably make a deal with the mom, saying, hey, I'll wear your dress, but you have to wear what I pick out. And then pick out something real inappropriate.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
Which is kind of genius. Like, all right, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, but then the mother-in-law would have to wear that inappropriate thing at your wedding, and there's going to be photos of it. So
yeah, exactly. Well, I think it's more of making the point.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Debbie, hanging on hold.
I think she needs to go with her own dress because I'm just looking at the bigger picture. What if her own mother has a dress from when she got married? If she wears her mother-in-law's dress versus her mother's dress, that could then raise issues with her own mother.
Yeah, I could see that. She didn't say that, so I don't know if that's the case. But yeah, you're right. Debbie, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye.
Hey, Nicholas.
Hey.
So what do you think, buddy?
For sure, she should wear the dress, the bride, that she chose. It is a boundary issue, and it's a perfect opportunity to learn to agree to disagree with the new family member. I think a great idea would be for her to make sure the new mother-in-law understands how much she appreciates, how much this means to her, acknowledge her feelings. Because really, this is maybe not about her being a control freak, totally,
right,
but also about her wanting to be part of this day and say how much she respects that, and then give a couple examples of other ways that she can be directly involved. So it's still agree to disagree with an invitation to still have her put something of her own in the day in another way. And if she doesn't do that, then that's just mother-in-law's problem.
Yeah, I guess so. Nicholas, appreciate the constructive ways to go about this.
No problem.
Yeah.
There's a lot of men chiming in about this, like with some really great advice. Shaq is kind of along the same line, saying, I agree with the compromise of wearing it just for the ceremony, then changing, but forced to have to make that compromise in the first place isn't fair.
Yeah, no,
I would
it's
recommend
not.
Sitting down with the mother-in-law in person, expressing your gratitude, but also explain that she's had her own idea of how her wedding's going to go for years, and she wants the mother-in-law to be a part of it, but not the dress. And maybe ask, like Nicholas suggested, something else like a garter or some other really personal piece that she can incorporate in her look.
Like, I wonder if there's a way to marry the two together, pun intended. Like, does Victoria's dress that she picked out, does it have an opportunity to maybe wear a veil from mother-in-law? Or, is there something from mother-in-law's dress that could maybe be, I don't want to say torn off, but but can we completely destroy
alter it?
yeah, mother-in-law's dress. I don't know. Is there something like borrowed something blue? Couldn't she put something blue on that's from mother-in-law that signifies all that stuff? I don't know. And all these people that are like, yo, don't get married. It's like, no. Yes, I think.
It's easy for us to say that. Just walk away.
Yeah, just get rid of her. Right. Get rid
of him. And people are pointing out the issue that fiancé is kind of just staying out of it completely, which is not a great thing. I mean, it's his mother. So it would be great if he could step in and try to help smooth things over and help her figure it out instead of just leaving her hanging.
Yeah, I think Andrew, the love doctor, I think you're saying that same thing.
Well, first off, she's got to block her future mother-in-law on the phone. Nip that in the bud. Just stop talking to her, period, the end. It's making her upset. It's driving her crazy. Second thing is her future husband, he's got to man up. Have a talk with his mother. Tell her to knock it off. It's their day. He's not going to be living with his mother. She's not going to be living with his mother the rest of her life. That's their marriage. That's their unity together as one. They make all the decisions. It's about her and him only. If mom doesn't like it, you know what? Mom doesn't have to come to the rehearsal. Mom doesn't have to come to the wedding. Mom's out. Sorry. That's harsh, but you know what? It's not about her. It's about the bride and the groom. Yeah, her future husband's got to man up. Throw some, man up, have a conversation with her mom. With his mom and say, knock it off, dude. Seriously.
All right, Andrew, the Love Doctor, thank you as always, man.
Keep on loving, brother.
All right, so what are we saying here? We gotta move on, but.
Well, I think here's the thing. I wish that we knew that mother-in-law was listening, because here's the message to all future mother-in-laws or mothers of the bride. I mean, most brides, especially now, dream about their wedding since the time they were little girls. The dress is like the centerpiece of the wedding experience as a bride. And I think, most girls, that's one of the most amazing parts of being a bride, is going shopping, finding the dress, and everyone fawning over. It's like, that's the one. You know, it's a huge experience in and of itself, picking the dress. Well, she's already found the dress. So she needs to try to figure out, a way that sets boundaries with the mother-in-law for the marriage, so that mother-in-law is not trying to inject herself into other issues that come up in the course of the marriage. But sit down and say, listen, I love this family. I love being a part of this family. I want you to be a part of the wedding experience. But, I have dreamed about this, and this is my dream dress, and I can't wait to marry your son in it.
Okay, I still think she should just tear something off of the mother-in-law's dress and pin it to her own, and
show up with some scissors for the conversation. Sure, I'll wear your dress.
Let's go ahead.
Make a few changes.
I'm going to make some alterations here real quick. All right, so hopefully this will help steer you in that, in the right direction on how to approach this.
Or again, maybe send her the podcast of this conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll go over well, right?
Yeah, and maybe you've been in this situation, you have some advice to offer. You can always throw it up on the Facebook page at Ben and Kelly Show. That is Group Therapy.